Well, howdy, hi everyone. It's Terrie. So great to see you. How's your heart today? How's that wonderful, beautiful, dynamic heart of yours? I hope it's well. All right, it's been a minute, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 60 since I've done a timeless energy reading. So guess what we're gonna do today? An energy reading for this week. Okay, so here's the thing. You have to understand that energy is fleeting and fluid, which means whenever you are seeing this reading, that's when this message will be appropriate for you, and it will be available for you to get some guidance to help you get unstuck, maybe move forward, how to implement all of the things, okay? So don't worry about when you're watching this, because it'll be the perfect divine timing, perfect divine order for you to be receiving this message, okay? So if you're not watching it during the week that it's being recorded and posted, don't you worry your pretty little head. Also, there's a couple things to remember here. You create your own reality. No matter what I say, don't allow it to influence you in a way that's going to stop you from your own destiny, okay? So what I mean by that is you make your own choices, you make your own decisions. If whatever I say here doesn't resonate with you, doesn't feel right to you, don't take my advice. Don't take anybody's advice if it doesn't feel good in your body. And your body is the detector for bullshit. Well, your heart is actually the bullshit detector. But if you feel like I'm bullshitting you, totally cool, totally fine. You're more than welcome to move on, not take any of this advice. But if it resonates with you, maybe it's because you're supposed to hear this information, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull some cards and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. Now this is gonna be general for like all topics. Okay, so it's just for the week. We'll see what comes up most prevalent. Got a card from this deck. Let's get a card from this deck. Okay, let's get a card from this deck and get a card from this deck. And I'll show you the cards. I have a little table here right next to me with like 6 different decks, and I'm just pulling just a bunch of different cards, keeping them in order because I'm the one that's got to clean up this mess afterwards, not you guys, right? All right, let's take a look. Let's do a reveal. Here we go. It's funny because I was feeling this as we got online, or as I got on this recording here, but all right, I understand it now. We have Hasta la Vista, baby. We have 8 of Air. We have Answered Prayer. And we have the King of Diamonds, okay? So, Hasta la Vista. Is that 8 or 3? My bad, it's 3 of Air, not 8. This is what happens when you get old. You can't see. It's 3 of Air, not 8. 3 of Air, Answered Prayer, and King of Diamonds, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this all together for you. So when I was asking my cosmic family, my guides, all the people, Team Terrie, I was asking, well, what's the theme for this week? And what came up was the sense of completion and recovery. So coming through something and or finishing it up to completion, okay? So hasta la vista, baby, is this conclusion that we're coming to. It's like, okay, we're done with that. What's the next step? We're going to move to just the next step, right? So when we have 3 of Air, that to me is telling me that we have divine, not timing, but divine, what's the word? It's totally escaping me. Support. We have divine support in this process of moving forward, of completing to move forward, okay? The thing is that we have to get it in our heads that we are being divinely supported. Okay, so as we're moving forward, completing and recovering, we have to trust. That's the thing. Trust that we are actually moving forward on this project. So whatever you've just recently completed or in the process of completing, You've got to have the faith. You've got to have the trust that your cosmic family, your spirit guides, everybody is right behind you, because this is what you've been looking for, okay? Finishing this project. Most likely it's been some sort of emotional endeavor, even if it's a physical, material outcome or result that you've been wanting, right? But when we have emotional attachment to something, it brings up resistance, right? So we could be fearful with this, or for this, or in this, or towards this. So this has been a project that has been, we've been working on this for a while. We have some sort of emotional attachment to it, which has been causing us resistance, which is why it's been taking us so long to do it, right? But we're getting to the end, right? We either just completed it, or maybe we have one more component to the entire thing. And then we're in the process of like getting over it, right? And we just have to trust that whatever the outcome or the result, or however we want this project to play out, that we have the divine support that it's going to be okay, and that we're going to be completing it. And it's part of this whole, my prayers are answered, like it's coming true. I'm finally done, like I completed this, right? And when we're done, there could be a material aspect that comes from us in a positive way, okay? We finally feel like we kicked ass, like we did it, yes! I am a king, I'm a god, I did it. So it gives us a sense of like pride and accomplishment. And of course, when we've got some diamonds, it could be that there's money associated with it, okay? So, that's the best thing I can tell you in terms of this week, is that, we've got this project, we've completed it. It is now going to be part of our past. Hasta la vista, baby. We're going to recover from it. It's coming to a close and an end. We just have to trust that that the reason why it's taken so long, and the why we've been in our head so much about it, for some sort of emotional attachment to it, we're getting over it, okay? We're completing this, we're finishing this. It's gonna feel amazing when we're done. We're gonna have answers prayed. Well, it's an answered prayer. Yeah, so our prayers will be answered. That's what I'm trying to say. Still haven't finished my cup of coffee just yet. So this is really great. So for this week, really what's going to benefit us from an energetic perspective, what they're saying is to go ahead and connect to the frequencies, the energetic frequencies of curiosity and adventure. Experiment. Let's step into the character of the mad scientist. That's what's going to get us through this week. So it's a good week. There might be some emotional ups and downs as we're finishing up, and resisting this last part, but it's pretty cool. I'm excited. So I know that there is personally something that I am working on, that I pretty much finished the last component of myself the other day, but now I have to start putting it together, and I'm terrified. Terrified. Wah, wah. All right, so that's this week, or whenever you're watching this, okay? So this to me is really great news. All right, so take what resonates, toss what doesn't. If you want to work with me one-on-one, what I do is I help. There's no way to move forward in life without getting through these emotionally tough times. So if you find that you're sensitive, you're ambitious, and you have anxiety, that's what I specialize in. I help you get over that anxiety, clear the anxiety of the past, align yourself to the present energy so that you can create a future, okay? And I do that so many different ways. I have different options to work with you one-on-one. So yes, to answer your questions, yes, I do work with you one-on-one. So if you're sensitive, if you're ambitious, and you're anxious, I'm your gal. I'll help you work through it, all right? So stay connected, right? Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. Stay connected to me, and I'll see ya on the flip side.